That wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Double Ginger Beer by Strangelove, which is actually one of my favourite movies, Dr. Strangelove, and how I learnt to stop worrying and love the bomb. Go watch it. Martin Sellers, Peter Sellers, some cunt called Sellers. Anyway, I want to make a video kind of on the recommend. I had the flu, by the way, so I don't normally sound like this. I don't sound this cool. I don't cough this much. I haven't been smoking fat bugs with the boys. I'm just sick. Ooh, spicy. So I'm kind of making this video on the recommendation of my doctor to distract myself from drinking. I've recently, 2 weeks ago, started my journey into sobriety, which is, something I never, ever fucking ever thought I would do. If you knew me in real life, you'd know that it's alcohol's a big part of my life. I loved it. I loved the drink, loved the tipple. I could outdrink probably anyone watching this right now, because the tags I'm going to use in the little filter options are going to be like Fortnite and V-Bucks and Phil DeFranco, to get all the little kids in and watch me, because I'm going to cut that out. Anyway, it all started 2 weeks ago. I would drink upwards of 15 drinks a night, so 15 separate beers a night. And in Australia, I'm not sure about what a Bud Light alcohol content is. Australian bottle of beer, especially the brand I drank, which was, actually I won't mention any brands just in case they try and sue me. It was a low carb beer, 1.4% standard drinks in a can. And I loved it, and I drank 15 of them a night. I'd get fucking plastered. I'd go to sleep, I'd wake up in the morning, I'd be completely useless for 2 hours. I'd fuck off down to the local cafe, get myself a Bloody Mary, and start all over again. And this went on for a good 5 or 6 years. I realized it was a problem that you will have if you are a problem drinker, and I think some of you might have clicked on this because you think you have a problem with drinking, and you might be like in your late 20s, early 30s, like I am. I'm wondering is this sustainable? You will have a moment, like a light bulb moment, and mine was, it was 2 a.m. and I was by myself here in my apartment drinking. I had like 10 beers by myself, which isn't normal in itself, but I ran out of beer, and there's like a 24-hour bottle shop down the street. I get one of those 500ml bottles of Jim Beam. I'm not a bourbon drinker. It makes me forget what I've done, makes me black out, and I don't like, it puts me out of control, and that's not something I enjoy. But I bought it anyway, and I'd finished half of it by the time I got back home, which is a 15-minute walk. That's like 15 standard drinks in like 15 minutes. Like, it's a drink a minute, and that was my light bulb moment. That was when I said, okay, this is fucked. This is not normal behavior. I'm going to get online and go talk to my GP in the morning, which I did, and I gave the other half of the bottle to a homeless man I see on the street all the time that asks me for money all the time. He was quite chuffed. I don't know if ethically that was the right thing to do, morally it was the right thing to do, but I mean, that man's got his own demons, and you can only be responsible for yourself. And he was happy, made someone happy. Crucify me if you want, I don't give a fuck. So I went and saw my doctor, and they immediately put me on diazepam to stop my chances of having a seizure from the alcohol withdrawal. So you have like these receptors in your brain, GABA receptors, and the alcohol binds to them. And when that happens, like, your brain's all good. Your brain's like, this is nice, I like this, I want to do this every day. When you stop drinking, they pull apart. You get cravings, and alcohol is one of the only drugs you can be addicted to and the withdrawals can kill you. So it's very important that you either wean off alcohol, which wasn't recommended in my case because I was drinking so much, but instead replace it with something that binds to the GABA receptors. I might be getting this terminology wrong. If you're a bio nerd and you want to fix me in the comments, go ahead. I'm not going to read them. I was put on diazepam, which I didn't like because it's benzodiazepine, and like Xanax, which I've taken before. You know, after a big night out, you'll take a Xanny and you go to sleep and everything's well and good. So I was taking these to to fix the alcohol problem in my brain. But I obviously wasn't taking enough because I didn't like them. And the doctor told me, if you get kind of confused or you can't speak properly, like now almost, you need to go get yourself to the hospital straight away because you can have a seizure if your GABA receptors are loose and free. They start shooting out electrical signals, and that's no fun. So they said I went to hospital because I was watching TV. I was watching SBS, which sometimes played shit that isn't in English. But the show I was watching, I knew it was in English, but I could not comprehend it whatsoever. I'd lost the ability to understand my native language. So I did somehow manage to get on a tram and make it all the way to the Alfred Hospital, where they kept me not in a... Fuck me, this cough is gonna kill me. They didn't keep me in a ward. They didn't keep me in emergency. They kept me in a hallway in emergency so they could watch me. And they gave me like 30 milligrams of bromazepam. I was out like a lot, but I was really, really confused. It was such a bizarre feeling. Anyway, the next day, I wake up. They do some tests on me. I'm lucid. I know where I am. I can actually recall who the current Prime Minister of Australia is, even though it changes every 20 fucking minutes. And they let me go. So off I go. This is just the start, right? This is part one. We'll save the rest of this fucking journey for different parts. They let me go. I went home. I took my diazepam. I went to sleep. And I slept for like 2 days. The cravings were unbelievable. Like the power that alcohol has is so understated. It is really, really, it's such an insidious drug. I hope watching some of these videos helps some of you try and get off it, or at least cut back, because it's not good. So anyway, once I was home, sorry, I'm sick. So once I was home, I had to pack because I was going to Byron Bay to DJ at a music festival at Splendor in the Grass. And let's just save that for part two, but things get a lot worse in part two. But anyway, thanks for watching. Try and drink some more water. Don't have a beer.